Welcome to LKN Connect People in the Know. I'm Margie Kyle, and I have two exceptional people today, at least in my opinion. And boy, they've proven themselves to me. I call them Mr. and Mrs. Claus, Tim and Janice Boone. You are Christmas every day of the year.
That's right, Margie. That's
Yeah.
right.
And we are having our next fundraiser next Saturday. Tell us a little bit about Christmas in July.
Sure. Janice, you want to take care of the details of the event?
Sure. Little Smiles will be hosting our annual Christmas in July fundraising effort and toy drive on Saturday, July 25th from 3 to 6 p.m. at Lost World Brewing in Cornelius.
What's it near? It's across from maybe Salvation Army, Goodwill?
Kind of, it's in the plaza with Choplin's and the Planet
Yes,
Fitness
good
gym.
landmark. Yeah.
That's the plaza that it's in. It's right there on the end. And Dave Ham and his team at Lost Worlds. We've been here years with our Christmas in July, and when we're not there, Dave and the team are doing great things for community outreach. So we couldn't have such a successful event that seems to grow each year without the help and support of Dave and all the folks at Lost Worlds.
I bet you already have a Christmas tree set up.
It's funny you should say that. After we record with you right now, Marky, we're heading over to Lost Worlds to put a Christmas tree up in their draft room. So a Christmas tree will be there shortly.
Well, and Janice, you just took over this mission and really fine-tuned it into one of our most, well, that and the golf tournament are probably our two most um, events where we raise quite a bit of money for Little Smiles.
Yes, this started off as kind of an add-on event, I think, for Little Smiles, and we've sort of grown it year over year to become really one of the premier fundraising and toy drive events that the organization does annually. And I can't take credit for that on my own. We have a wonderful group of volunteers on the committee that have
Okay.
been very dedicated to making this a very successful event, whether it's pounding the pavement and getting raffle donations from local businesses or promoting the event to try and get the word out so that more people attend, or even just all the behind the scenes stuff that has to go on to make an event like this run smoothly. So there's a group of us that work tirelessly each year between about May and July to try and create an even better event each year. So hopefully we'll top last year's numbers and donations on July 25th.
So is there still room for more people to volunteer should they want to?
Obviously, we can never turn away a willing volunteer. So if you are interested in helping on the day of the event, you can go to the Little Smiles website and fill out a volunteer form. And obviously, what we really want the most are toy donations. We want people to come to the event. If you can't make it to Lost Worlds on July 25th, you can donate to Little Smiles through our Amazon wish list. And go to Amazon/Little Smiles and you can find out the toys and blankets and other things that we are in most need of for the children we serve.
And I think, Margie, it's important to remember one of the reasons why Christmas in July works so well is it is right in the middle of the year, and there's a lot of organizations that do great things in the community and toy drives, and a lot of those things are towards Christmas and towards the end of the year because I think it's natural for people to think about what can those less fortunate or those in the hospital, what can they use during the holidays, but we get those requests 12 months out of the year.
Yeah.
You know better than anyone. We have nurses and other caregivers in the community that come to our facility in Cornelius. We have a storage unit that we've transformed into a toy store. And we have the folks that we help serve children with, they come to that facility and they get toys and blankets, and it happens throughout the year. So Christmas in July comes at a perfect time for us to restock those supplies so that we have enough toys and goodies to kind of get us through our fall and maybe kind of the more traditional
Yeah.
toy drive time. So it really works out. And Santa will be there for photos. So
Well, and
toys and
one year
Santa go
you and
together
Santa
like,
were dressed,
beer and pretzels.
one year you and Santa were dressed in the same outfit.
Well, yeah, Santa and I are about the same size, so it worked out. We shop at the same store, so that was an easy one. We didn't plan it, but it worked out.
Well, I cannot thank you enough, Tim. him for being president of Little Smiles for many years. It's
Many
just,
years, and
it's,
thanks to you too for being a leader for the group and founding the group so many years ago. And can only think about the countless number of children and family that we've been able to impact together over the years. So it's been a pleasure, and we have a great volunteer organization that it's great to work with, and everybody's heart certainly is in the right place, and we get such great community support at events like this and throughout the year.
yeah. Well, and we've just added to our list Watchmen of the Street, the children.
Right.
And
Right.
that has been unbelievable. I mean, I've been talking to Heath Marchette, who's founder of Watchmen of the Street, for about 2 years, and he just, well, they came to the storage unit, and his son Israel just went crazy. And, with the books and stuff, things that the kids could actually spend time learning and reading, and the toys as well. So, and the one thing that just, well, I was sharing with you that the kids really loved were the Slinkies of
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
things.
Yeah. Yeah, old school slinkies, and
I
sometimes
know.
that's enough to keep a child engaged and maybe give them a little break from what they're going through. So, and Watchmen in the Street who deal with folks that are homeless or between homes, and that's an area that our mission is easy. We try to put a smile on the face of kids that are in some troubling times, and so we have connections with hospitals and other caregivers. But for Watchmen in the Street to be able to connect us and allow us to help them help that community that we really didn't have a connection to has really been a great addition to our mission.
And you named our storage unit.
Smiles Are Us. It was a throwback to my childhood going to Toys R Us. And so we have Smiles Are Us, and it's like a toy store, only there's no cash registers. Everything in there is free to whoever can visit us and is in need of some support and some supplies.
Well,
And we get
I
all of that through donations from volunteers. So we
yeah.
are a volunteer-driven organization. Our board and anybody who works with us is completely volunteer. And then, of course, all the donations of toys and monetary donations come from the community as well. So we do what we can do because community members support us so strongly.
Yeah, and I think it's fair to remember too, or it's good to remember, we serve infants to 18-year-olds. So a
Yeah.
lot of times when you think of toys, you think about a cute toy for a youngster or a toddler, but we have a lot of teens that we work with, and so teenage appropriate books or board games or card games. In addition to those things for the little ones are really much appreciated. And that's Janice mentioned our Amazon wish list. There, the list is kind of curated based on the type of things that we need in the storage unit now. So that's always up, not just for Christmas in July, but it's always changing as well based on what we need in terms of supplies. So the new and unwrapped toys can be for anyone from an infant to a young adult for sure.
Well, and you've started doing room makeovers, which is very near and dear to my heart. When my son broke his neck, that's the first thing I did was decorate his room, because he was
Yeah,
screwed
yeah.
to the wall and he couldn't see anything but the ceiling, and the ceiling wasn't pretty.
Yeah, right, right. And
So
it's a
the nurses
simple,
came in and had a fit, and I said, it'll be put back to the way it was
yeah.
when he leaves.
Yeah, and that's a simple gesture. There's a lot of kids that come to, for instance, one of our biggest partners, Levine's Children's Hospital. They may have a bone marrow transplant or some other treatment that could take weeks, sometimes months. They're in the hospital. So if we can work with the nurses to give that room makeover like you described, it's blankets and bedding and maybe a rug or posters, a lot of games. It just
Yeah.
makes it feel a little bit more homey for that stay. That's really something that's taken off in the last couple of years that we've done through support. So how we do that and how that ties, I keep tying it back to Christmas in July, but at Christmas in July, we'll have a ton of great raffles. So in addition to toys, feel free to bring some cash or cards to buy some raffle tickets. And the money raised at the event goes to purchase things that maybe we don't have in our storage unit
Yes.
to help create some of these room makeovers or other wishes that we get from the kids.
Yeah. So what's the best way to get a hold of you if somebody out there would like to just chat with you and find out how they can help?
The easiest way, and I'm always accessible, so I'll give you my cell phone number. My cell phone number is 704-900-4747, or you can email us at little smiles nc or little smiles nc at uh, littlesmiles.org. That's a tongue twister, but littlesmilesnc at littlesmiles.org is our email, and you can reach out to us that way, and we'll get back to you right away.
Okay. Thank you both for all that you do. I cannot wait to see what Santa's wearing and what you are wearing this year too.
Yes, we'll
Yeah.
see you at Lost Worlds on July 25th, 3 to 6 p.m.
Thank you. I cannot
Thank
thank you
you.
enough. And if you are somebody that we should know, please feel free to email me at designing@gmail.com. That's DESIGNINGDR@gmail.com. We'd love to know what you are doing in this wonderful community we live in. Bye for now.